Hello YouTube, today I wanted to show you some MERMAIL ATLANTEAN combos you can do utilizing the new cards from the new set, Supreme Darkness. This deck gets another low wave of support in the form of a main deck Poseidra, another rank 7 Atlantean monster, and a trap card, an Abyss trap card. The standard combo of this deck is like you play your turn 1 and you get knowledge of your opponent hand. You end on so many interruptions during your board, and in this video I will show you only one end board because it's a heavy combo deck and it has so much lines you can take and so many tech cards you can put in this. But I'll give you my best version of the deck. What I think of is the best version of this combo, and also I'll show you the full combo in the beginning, like when you only have a normal summon Prince Neptubis, and I'll pretty much get that combo till the end, and also explain to you guys how many interruptions or how can you navigate that end board so that your opponent cannot play the game at all. So that kind of deck, like first turn, go first, play through some interruptions, get knowledge of your opponent hand, rip 2, and on a crazy end board, and win the duel then. And also I'll show you different hands. You can have a combination of 2 cards, 3 cards in your hand that can leave you always to the end board I will show you in the first combo. So for the first combo, 1 Neptubis, normal summon, on summon, 4 card, not on summon, that's ignition effect. On summon you get to dump MERMAIL monster and add a MERMAIL monster to your hand. So you want to dump the Shadow Squad to get your Dragoon. Then you want to activate the effect of the Shadow Squad. When it's sent to activate a water monster effect, you get a special summon level 4 lower Atlantean or MERMAIL monster from the deck, which in our case is the Pike. Pike on summon has an effect. You can discard a water monster to add a level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand, which in our case will be the Abyss Rhine. And now you want to trigger your Dragoons to get the new card that comes out of Supreme Darkness, the main deck Poseidra, the Storming Atlantean. So this card has the effect of when it's on the field, if you control another monster, your opponent cannot target this for attacks. And also when it's in the hand, you can tribute another water monster from your hand or field to special summon him. And also when it's normal or special summoned, you get to send an Atlantean or MERMAIL monster from your deck to the graveyard to return 1 card your opponent controls to its hand. So it's pretty nice. It's like that hidden effect that your opponent has to play around on top of what you have, and it's like a great effect because of the print, and I will explain it during the explanation of the end board of this deck. Next, you want to activate the Atlantean Rune effect, distributing itself from the hand, and the Neptubis to add a level 7 Sea Serpents, Aqua, or Fish. In this case, we'll get the Abyss Teus. Now we want to activate the effect of the Neptubis in hand, special summoning Atlantean monster from our graveyard into the field. And we want to special the Dragoons. Now we have two level 4 water monsters, so it's pretty explanatory what we gonna make. We gonna make a Bahamut shark here, detaching the dragoons, so we can trigger dragoons in the graveyard to special summon our first. Totally awesome. And yeah, this will trigger the dragoons, which now is going to fetch us the Moving Glacier. Then you want to activate the effect of your Teus, ditching the Poseidra to special summon itself, and you want to activate the effect on field just to get another Mermail monster. In my case, I like to play my deck a little spicy, so I do play another target in the form of the Mander. It's just another water monster, it doesn't have to have an effect. Then now you have 5 water monster in your graveyard, so you can just special summon the Moving Glacier and rip 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. Also, you play around Nib. You don't play around early hand traps, but at least you're protected with Nib because Toad is your 5th summon. Then you want to take your Teus and the Bahamut Shark for your Marincess. Now you want to activate the Marincess effect, special summoning your Shadow Squad. Then Shadow Squad effect, you can just ditch, you don't want to ditch your only water monster. If this other cards are all hand traps, you want to get rid of one of them, because we need to discard a water monster later on to trigger the effect of the MERMAIL King. Now his effect is that all other water monsters or all water monsters on the field becomes level 7. So you get to overlay this to for the new rank 7, the Abyss Stride. She has a pretty nifty effect. When it's summoned, you get the special 7 or lower sea serpent, aqua, or fish. In this case, will be one of our targets for the level 4s. I'll choose to summon Dragoon first in this case. And also, Shadow Squad helps us prevent the restriction of skipping our next battle phase if we will. This card will leave the field, so this keeps the effect of Moving Glacier and we are able to finish the game next turn. And now she has an ignition effect. You can ditch whatever material you want from her, and it sets an Abyss trap card directly from the deck to the field, which we are going to set the new Abyss Stream. Abyss Stream is pretty much a draw 2 or 3 depending on the end board, because it draws a card for each different type among fish, sea serpent, and aqua monster you control. So if you, right now in this field, you will be able to draw 2 cards because we have only sea serpent and aqua. We're missing fish. And it has a grave effect. When a water monster is destroyed, you can banish this and add a mermail monster from the graveyard or banishment. Now at this point of the combo, this will be set, and we will just overlay Poseidra here on top of the Stride. Now we just want to link off Poseidra with the Marincess to special summon our Mermail King Neptibus. Now this will trigger the Poseidra, because if this Exceed Summon card leaves the field, you get to discard a card and special summon 3 level 3s from the graveyard. 3 level 3 or lower. So yeah, here you want to discard your water monster and special summon the Abyss Rhine. The Abyss Rhine will be over here because we need the Prince protection. The Prince and also the Shadow Squad. Now, because a water monster was discarded to activate the water monster effect, you get to activate the Prince effect to get Abyss spell, which in this case is the new Abyss spell card they got in the Rhoda set, which is just a special summon from the graveyard. Now you're gonna use this 2 level 3s over here to make the Left Virtue Dragon. On summon, it gets you your Virtue Stream. And then for the second effect, we're gonna wait a little bit longer because we do want to recycle our Prince in the hand. So here you want to activate the Abyss equip, which is part of Monster Reborn, and we want to choose the Mermail Abyss Spike, and you want to use this to special summon your second Bahamut Shark, and this will go to the graveyard. Of course, you want to activate the effect of Bahamut Shark, of course, discarding the Dragoons and going for your second totally awesome now effective Dragoons will add us the Heavy Infantry, which is another form of interruption you have in your hand. And here you want to go Prince and Bahamut Shark to end on Alacia. Alacia is not a interruption. It's just there to trigger your water monster effects in hand. Now you want to activate the Virtue Dragon, discarding especially the Rhine, because Rhine acts like Alacia. It just triggers your water monster in your hand. And you want to target the Prince to add back. And here we approached our end board. We're just going to set the Virtue Stream and pass turn. So our opponent is -2 cards in hand, so it's 3 cards in hand, and it draws 1 for turn. It's 4. If it's a duel that you fear the opponent's side deck, then you have an option to play around all the important board breaker spell card by playing with Alacia and the Neptivus. But yeah, so in this end board, I'll pretty much explain you what will happen. You want to do draw face your opponent, activate Steam, draw 2 cards. Can be hand traps, can be water monsters, doesn't matter. You just drew 2, so you know how to navigate better now. You don't leave them to chance. You have your 2 toad negates. You also have plenty of interaction with the Virtue Stream. You just get to trigger the Alacia after you trigger it, or if you don't want to, you want to trigger the Alacia later on, you can just get rid of the dragon, destroy 2 cards in their field. Then you can activate Alacia, discarding either Infantry or the Prince. They all both get a spot removal no matter what. So you can, okay, go Infantry, Alacia effect, ditch the Infantry, and add a Mermail monster. You can add your Teus for next turn, doesn't matter. Then Infantry will activate as long as Neptivus. Neptivus will get your spell negate, Zuki, and also Infantry will pop a card in the field. Yeah, you want another spot removal? Well, of course we got it as well, because we can go Rhine effect to draw a card by discarding a water monster from our hand. So we pitch the Atlantean and we draw a card. And also we will activate the Prince effect in the graveyard to special summon the new Poseidra. The new Poseidra on summon can discard an Mermail all Atlantean monster, target a card your opponent control, put it back in his hand. So you have a spell negation, 2 omni negation, so no deck will play through all this interruption if this board goes untouched, right? So yeah, Now that you know what the end board can achieve, I'll just show you different variations you can do with different hands to end on this board with and while playing to only one specific card, which is Nibiru the Primal Being. So yeah, let's go to the second variation. So for the variations of the cards in this deck that leads you to that end board you saw in the previous combo, it's this three combined with this three will lead you to the exact same combo, to the exact same end board. So Tias with either Shadow Squad or Dragoons, Spike with either one of these, or Minstrel with either one of these can get you to the full board. And also this have in common that you will always skip Nibiru in your opponent's hand and also have perfect knowledge of what your opponent is holding in their hand. So for more variation, if you want, I can make another video, but here I'll show you what you can do with just one Tejas and one Shadow Squad. So yeah, this will be our hand. So a Tejas, a Shadow Squad, and you just need a monster, a water monster to discard later on during the combo. These two can be hand traps, whatever. Now you want to start things by activating Tejas, special summoning him by pitching the Shadow Squad, and you want to go chain link one Shadow Squad, chain link to Tejas. Tejas will add us a MERMAIL monster, which going to be the Spike, and also the Shadow Squad will special us the Prince. Now you want to activate the effect of Prince, sending a Dragoon and adding a Dragoon to hand. And it's pretty cool you can do that. So yeah, we'll add a Dragoon in hand, and now Dragoon will trigger adding us the Minstrel. Now here is the part, as I mentioned, that you get full knowledge of your opponent's hand because you will activate the Minstrel effect, pitching itself in the Dragoon, showing your opponent's hand, and taking out the Nibiru, or if they don't have anything, you can take out whatever, you just get the gist. Then you want to activate the Dragoon effect here, adding a Sea Serpent monster, which you are going to add the Moving Glacier. Now that you have the Moving Glacier, you want to go ahead and normal summon the Spike, activating its effect, pitching the water monster, and getting yourself the Abyss Rhine. Now that you got 5 water monster in your graveyard, you get free access to special summoning your Moving Glacier, ripping 2 cards out of your opponent's hand and leaving them with 2 cards, and all of them are known to you. So here now you want to activate the effect of the Rhine, and as I said, now you get to see, like, you get the feel of it, that you'll end on the exact same board. I'll just leave it at the Marincess monster, done with the Shadow Squad. And here you want to add another Tejas to your hand. Then this will trigger the Atlantean Prince to special summon your Dragoons again. You want to overlay this 2 level 4s for your Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark effect, ditch the Dragoons to special your first Toad. Then Dragoons will trigger, you add the new Poseidra. Now you want to link off, and you see this board will start to feel familiar to you because we go for the link. Go link, Marincess link for Shadow Squad. Shadow Squad effect. You can ditch one of these cards, whatever. Like, just leave a water monster later on for Poseidra 2 sevens for the new one. Effect special, one of our fours. Other effect, set the steam. Then you want to overlay for Poseidra, link them off for the Mermail King. Poseidra effect, ditch Poseidra in hand. Special summon 3. You want to special Minstrel, Shadow Squad, and your line. Here trigger the Mermail King because Poseidra was sent. Then use this 2 for the Fear Dragon effect. Add steam. You can activate the effect right away now because it doesn't matter. Your Atlantean Prince is already in your graveyard. Then you want to activate the equip special a Dragoon. Then overlay for your second Bahamut Shark effect, Pitch Dragoon, special Toad, Dragoon effect, add the Infiltrate. Link off for your Alicia, set your Virtue Stream, and this is the end board I showed you in the first place, right? Same interactions, same things in your graveyard, just different steps. As I said, with the combination of cards that I showed you at the beginning, you can end on this as long as you have access to that, those particular cards in your hand. And it's also more tech cards that can lead you to here, right? So you eat 1 or 2 hand traps, just Nibiru, you want to play around that specific card most of the time, right? So yeah, you have like cards like the Ice Jade Monster, which does the same thing as one of those cards I showed you. And yeah, this deck is pretty consistent, right? But sometimes you have to play those hand traps, so you gotta break sometime. But yeah, if you want more combos of this archetype, Mermail, Atlantean, I've played this deck when it was good. I stopped playing it for obvious reasons, right? But with the new support, I really love to take this at locals again. But yeah, if you want more videos showcasing more combos about this deck, just leave a comment, and yeah, see you on the next one.